Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Right now I want to explain how to answer this question. So the first is how many people that survive from Titanic accident on each cabin, and how many probability from each cabin that survive, and how many people that survive from each classes, and then how many probability that each classes can survive. So first I want to explain how to answer the question about how many people that survive in each cabin. So we have in this data there is still a number of people that not registered in cabin, so we can check everything and then we can unselect the blank. After that we only see the people that already registered in their cabin. So right now I want to drag first the cabin to the values, and after that we can drag the survive in the values. So first, right now the cabin is still numerical like A10, A14, so I want to group the A cabin and B cabin and C cabin, so on. So how to do that? We should go to this arrow and then we select new group. After that, click on the A cabin. To the last A cabin, click while holding a shift and then click and then select group. After that, I want to rename it to A. And then we go in the B cabin. I want to select B until the last B cabin. And then we click group. After that, the C cabin, I want to rename this into B cabin, and then the C cabin until the last C. And we do this until all the cabin is already grouped. After that we get this number. And there is still a number where the people has not registered the cabin yet, so we can just unselect this, and then we have to add the passenger ID in the middle of cabin and survive. Don't forget to change the total into separate total. After that we already get the number of each cabin, and then we can make the chart bar. And after that we want to answer the next question: how many probability that each cabin can survive? So I want to divide between 7 to 15 to get the probability. Now I want to go to measurement, and then I will choose the divide, and then I will go to my dataset train to divide between the passenger ID we drag it to the pembilang, and then the survived. Survive should go to the pembilang, and then passenger ID should go to penyebut. So we can click OK, and after that there should be a new table in here. We just click check. After that we get the percentage or the probability that each classes will survive. And now I want to go to the next question about how many people that survive on each classes. So we drag the P class. Actually the way is same with the previous. We go to jangan diringkas, and then we go to survive, drag it. After that we get this data, and we already know how many person that survive on each class. After that I want to know how many probability or the bar chart and pie chart. And after that I want to know how many probability or how many percentage that each classes can survive on Titanic accident. So we go to the express count, and then I choose the divided. After that I go to train, and then like previous I drag the survive into the pembilang and then the passenger ID to penyebut, and then click OK. And then there must be a new page in here. After that we go check this out, and after that we get the percentage how many people from each classes can survive from the accident. Thank you very much.
So for our next question of our group assignment about Titanic data analytics is how many men is survived that in every cabin, and the second question is how many women that survive in every cabin. So I already input the data, so how to input the data is just click file and get data, just like that, and you can see the data here. So because we need woman and man, so we need sex first, input it into the values. So as you can see here, you can it's shown the sex, the male or female. And the second one, we need cabin, because in every cabin we input survive first, because we want to know who is survive. And then the last one, we can input the cabin, so just like that. So it will show like this. But we can make it simple, because it is too many. Just we can group the cabin like A, B, C, D, E, like. So how we do it, we click this arrow here and click new group. It will show like this. So we group the A first, so we click this click the shift button, and we drag until the last of the A, and we can create group. Just say it's A. The next one is B until the last of the list B. We group it and just say it B. And the next one is C, just like previous step, until the last of C. Group C, just say it's C. And then the D, we drag until the last of the D. Group, just say D. And then the E, until the last of E. Group E. And the last one, oh no, it's not the last one. The F, we group in, set S. And this is G, just say G and T. Okay, and then click OK. So it will change the cabin into the grouping just like this, so it more simple that we can see the female and the male, and based on the cabin, and it's the survive data. So that's all from this question. Thank you.
My name is Ghafari and I will answer about the question, what is the average age that people survive in Titanic. So first one, we have to drag the age and the average of survive to the values column, and then we proceed and we get the report here for the average age that survive in Titanic is 21.205, or we got to round down this number into the 21. Next question is, what is the percentage of the people that survive in Titanic, or the average percentage? So the first one is, we get to the drag of the survive here, and then we get to click this option, and then we choose the average. So when put into the values column, and we get the report here for the average people of the survived people in Titanic is 0.38 or 38%. So the next question is, which cabin that have the highest percentage or the highest number of the survived people? So the answer, the first thing, we got to cabin and survive, include the values column, and then we got the report here. So for the area 7B is 35, C 35, D 25, E 24, F 8, G 2, T 0. So the highest survive in the cabin B and C that has 35 people that survive in the Titanic.